In the velvet hush of the cosmos, where stars whisper secrets to the void, our weary vessel drifts like a ghost ship through the uncharted fringes of the Orion Arm. We call her Elysara. Not by choice, but by the shiver of awe that seized the crew. When she first bloomed into view, a sapphire marble, swollen with the arrogance of forgotten gods, suspended in a cradle of emerald nebulae that pulse like the veins of some colossal, slumbering leviathan. She is Earth's twin, they say, but twisted in the mirror of divine mischief. Larger by a third, her gravity, a lover's embrace that pulls you deeper, daring you to surrender. From the command deck, through the frost-rimed viewport, she unfurls like a forbidden dream. Her atmosphere is a tempest of bruised purples and molten golds, thicker than ours. Laced with auroras that dance eternal ribbons of plasma-weaving spells across the poles. As if the planet herself is unraveling a tapestry of lost civilizations. Storms rage in her skies. Not the petty squalls of home, but cataclysms that birth lightning, forged crystals. Raining shards of iridescent thunder that embed in the soil like the teeth of ancient beasts. The air, if you could breathe it, hums with ozone and the faint, metallic tang of something alive. Something watching. We descend. Engines thrumming a dirge against the roar of her winds. The surface greets us with continents that defy the architect's hand. Vast archipelagos of floating jade isles. Buoyed by thermals from magma veins that pulse beneath the crust. Like a heart in fevered throes. Mountains claw at the heaven. peaks wreathed in perpetual twilight, where shadows pool so deep they swallow light itself. Rumors among the crew speak of echoes in those chasms, not wind, but voices, layered and lilting. Reciting hymns in tongues that predate the stars, rivers of liquid sapphire, carved through valleys of obsidian glass, reflecting skies that shift from crimson dawn to ink black noon. As if Elysara breathes in cycles we cannot fathom. And the oceans, the oceans are a siren song. They span not 3/4, but the whole of her girth. A global sea unbroken save for volcanic spines that erupt like the spines of some primordial kraken. Spewing plumes of bioluminescent steam that illuminate abyssal trenches deeper than the Mariana's grave. Here, waves crest not in foam, but in veils of phosphorescent mist, where colossal swells, taller than Everest, curl like the fingers of a submerged colossus, beckoning ships to their doom. Dive deeper, and the water thickens to a nebula of suspended particulates, glowing with the soft pulse of unseen currents. Sonar ghosts flicker across our screens. Shapes vast and sinuous, coiling through the dark like living lightning. Leviathans with hides of armored pearl. Eyes like twin harvest moons, gliding in schools that eclipse the sun. Are they guardians, predators, or harbingers of a symphony we were never meant to hear? Life clings to her like ivy to a ruin, exaggerated in its audacity, veiled in enigma. Forests of colossal ferns, each frond a cathedral spire, unfurling to heights that pierce the clouds. Their leaves engineered with veins of fiber-optic crystal that channel sunlight into subterranean glows. Caverns where fungi bloom in riots of color, feeding on the planet's geothermal size. Whispering bioluminescent spores that drift upward like fireflies drunk on eternity. In the twilight meadows, where the ground quivers underfoot like the skin of a dreaming giant. Flora sways not to breeze, but to an infrasonic rhythm. But it is the stillness that unnerves, the pregnant pause between heartbeats. At night, when Elysara's single moon, a scarred orb of crimson ice, hangs low, casting blood tides that flood the lowlands in rivers of rubied surf, the planet exhales. Bioluminescent plumes erupt across the seas. Painting the waves in fractals of sapphire and emerald. A canvas alive with the flicker of a billion unseen eyes. Sensors spike with electromagnetic whispers, harmonics that resonate in our bones, evoking half-remembered lullabies from childhoods on distant worlds. Is this paradise or perdition in disguise? As dawn fractures the horizon in shards of liquid fire, we linger on the precipice, thrusters hiding like a held breath. Elysara turns her face away, veiling her mysteries once more in the swirl of her eternal gales. She is no mere rock adrift in the black. She is a siren world. Life. Oh, it teems here. Not in the crude crawl of Darwin's forge, but in a grander, more arcane design. Intelligent, perhaps, in ways that eclipse our own fumbling grasp. Will we touch her shores? Awaken her slumbering chorus? Or flee, haunted by the echo of what might have been? The stars hold their counsel, and so do we. For now.